Hi everybody, thank you for being here with me today on this sunny, cloudy, I don't know what you want to call it, today's Saturday. Maudie here with MU Can Garden. Thank you so much for being here. If you're subscribed to my channel, awesome, thanks for watching. If you're new, please make sure you hit that like and subscribe, and thank you for being here with me today. Today's video is going to be a relatively quick video. We are going to be working on feeding our garden. Yes, we have to feed it so that it can turn around and feed us. About a month ago, if you've been watching with us, we did plant all of our stuff outdoors here. And at that point in time, we did a slow release granule fertilizer, which is the Espoma Garden Tone. However, we want to kind of side dress that. And I'm gonna go in today with a liquid fertilizer, which is Alaska Fish Fertilizer. And if you've watched my previous video, you know I've been using this when everything was just small little seedlings. So now we're gonna give everything a good drink with that today so that everything does continue to flourish. One of the things, I mean, everything's looking absolutely beautiful here, but I do wanna take you in and show you this over here. It's really exciting. I'm gonna get the camera in here. Let's see, this one might be an easier one to see. Our Red Robin cherry tomatoes are all starting to flower here. We're getting lots of little yellow buds here, so that's really exciting. Our cucumbers are looking fantastic. So again, we just want to help promote that fruit production and give everything a nice drink. Isn't that just lovely? Look at that. Again, these are a determinate tomato, so a lot of times I could go down here and prune some of this off, but I don't want to run the risk of losing any fruit production down here below. Unlike the other tomatoes, the Siberia tomatoes, where I pruned that up, I just kind of let these do their thing. But let's get on over to our task at hand today. So when I do this, I have two ways I tend to do this. I could use my bucket here, which is what I'm gonna use today, my watering can. I also have one of those sprayer gadget things that you hook up to the hose, and then I could add my fertilizer that way and give everything a watering in. Just because I don't want to fiddle with taking the nozzle off the hose end and putting it on there and putting it back, because sometimes when I do that, the hose nozzle leaks and it drives me bonkers. So I'm just gonna stick with my watering can today. But this stuff here, give it a good shake here. And this is great because it's a 5-1-1, so it's nicely balanced. It's gonna give everything an instant feeding, so it has that boost there. And honestly, through the growing season, you can do this every couple of weeks. And if you wanted to, probably sometime next month, I will go back in with the slow release fertilizer to give everything yet a good jump start, but we'll get to that when we get to that. So what I'm gonna do here is you wanna give this a really good shake here. And it's a nice thing that we are outside because it is very unpleasant smelling. And you know what, we'll actually start with our zucchini here. Do a couple of capfuls there. And then I like to put it in first and then put the water in so that way it mixes it all in there. Because you definitely want to be sure you are diluting this. with our zucchinis. The zucchinis are looking great. We've even got, you know, male flower here. One of the other things I will be doing is going through with my snippers and snipping off some of the leaves. We've had some heavy rains lately and not enough sunshine over the last week. So I do have my third plant in is showing some signs of powdery mildew, and it's pretty light at this point, so I'm just gonna snip those leaves off of it. But before we do that, let's give this a good watering. So we've got it all mixed here, and despite getting some rain and a little bit of rain in our forecast, still wanna go in and give this a real good drink here. And I try to lift up the leaves. That way it's, again, not getting on the leaves and reducing our powdery mildew chances. And I'm just gonna do the same thing here with all the remaining zucchini plants here. Once I'm done with the zucchini, then we'll head on over into the main garden space there. Okay, so I got all of my zucchinis here fed and watered with the fertilizer, but I also went through and I trimmed off the leaves that were displaying signs of powdery mildew. Everything else is looking really good at this point, but I did want to show you what that looks like. So if you are growing zucchini, this can also happen with many other crops, but you kind of see how it's got this pattern of white to it. And it's not too bad, but it can easily get out of hand. I just snipped it right at the very tip here. And that's it. I could, if I wanted to, snip the whole thing. And I honestly don't know why I didn't do that. I could do that on a different day. But just removing the leaves to help keep that powdery mildew at bay. Like I said, we've had quite a bit of rain this last week and not enough dryness to let these leaves dry out. So that's okay if you catch it. And that's why it's also important about checking your garden regularly so you can stay on top of things like this. But again, now that this is all done, let's go hit the garden, get that fed. So I just kind of pulled up all the netting. I could water through the netting, but I want to be sure that I'm not wasting the food for my plants here. So I just lifted all of that up, and I'm just going to start over here and just sprinkle this in. Just really focusing on getting around the base of the plants here. And then we'll do the other side here and kind of just get that going here. Again, if I would have used my other device that I hook up to the hose, I could do all the garden beds basically at once. Obviously with the watering can, I'd have to go in, you know, a couple of times with it, and that's okay. But now that we have everything watered, I just want to thank you all again for being here with me. I know there's so many other videos on YouTube that you can be watching right now. Thank you for hanging out with me. Don't forget, feed your garden so it can feed you. Again, like, subscribe, please subscribe. I need some subscribers. I need you to subscribe. Hang out with me. We do a lot of fun stuff. Otherwise, enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I'll see you on the next video.